Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today for our webinar, Turn January into the Busiest Month of the Year, presented by Michael Thibault, CEO and founder of DFY Restaurant Marketing. I'm Patricia Capella, the Conference Manager for Clarion UX Food Shows, which produces the Western Food Service and Hospitality Expo, the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Show, and the International Restaurant and Food Service Show of New York, all of which are co-located with Coffee Fest and the new Healthy Food Expo, serving the healthy food component of the restaurant and food service marketplace. New to our portfolio is the NGA show for independent grocers, which will take place in February in San Diego. We invite you to visit www.foodandbevshows.com for more information on all of our upcoming events. A few housekeeping notes before Michael begins the presentation. All audience members are on listen-only mode, which means you are muted. We will be monitoring audience engagement on the dashboard and encourage you to participate by using the question pane. There will be time for question and answers at the end of the session. Please note that this webinar, as well as others in our series, will be made available on our website in the coming week. Now, let me turn the program over to Michael. Michael?
Thank you so much, Patricia, and I'm super excited to be here today. And what we're going to be talking about is exactly what you just mentioned, how to turn January into the busiest month of the year for your restaurant. Because we all know that January can be a little slow, especially for restaurant owners. After December, the holiday season, people are out shopping, spending money, and then January rolls around, and especially for the restaurant industry, people sometimes go into hibernation mode, especially when all those holiday bills start rolling in the mailbox. So for restaurants, it can be a big challenge to fill those seats in the month of January. And that's what this promotion does. It targets filling your seats and turning January into one of the busiest months of the year. But this promotion really relies on leverage. And I'll explain that to you, what I'm talking about for leverage for restaurants. So we all know December is just awesome for restaurants because of all the holiday parties. People are shopping, they're in great moods. I mean, when I had my restaurants, I wished every month could be like December. But we're going to leverage that business in December to fill your restaurant in January. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that with this promotion, which is called the No Peeking Red Envelope promotion, which I've been doing personally for over 15 years. And I know it's been around longer than that. And I'm going to give you some very cool insider secrets on how to turn this promotion into your #1 promotion at your restaurant. So we're going to leverage a bunch of December to fill your seats in January. Now, here's an old Chinese proverb that I really believe in, especially for business and for restaurant owners. You want to dig your well before you're thirsty. And that's what I'm talking about when I mention leverage. You don't want to do your marketing in panic mode for your restaurant. We get calls from restaurant owners all the time in the month of January and after the first week, and they're like, hey, I need to do something. I got to put something together. I'm slow. I need to bring more people in. You want to dig that well before you thirst. And what I mean by that is plan your marketing out in advance. You don't want to do a reactive type of marketing. You want to be proactive because that's how you're successful with your marketing campaigns. Throwing something together at the last minute usually is pretty expensive, and it doesn't work so well because you haven't had the time to think it out and implement it properly. So I really want you to plan your marketing ahead. And this promotion in particular, because we're going to use all that business in your restaurant in the month of December to fill your restaurant in January. So what I want to teach you today and what I want to reveal with this promotion is we don't want to see January in your restaurant with empty seats. We want to see it full, just like it was in the month of December. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you with this promotion, full seats. So what will you learn specifically on this webinar today? Well, I'm going to give you the secret to using the No Peeking promotion to pack your restaurant in the month of January. And I'm going to give you the top prizes that other restaurants have offered that generate them huge returns. And this is key, really knowing what the prizes are for this promotion for your customers that's going to drive them back into your restaurant is very important. Now I'm going to give you a list of 12 of the top prizes from thousands of different restaurants that we've done this promotion for over the past 12 plus years. Also, the one mistake to avoid that could literally sabotage this promotion, I'm going to tell you what it is and how not to make it. Very important to make sure this is a successful promotion for your restaurant. And also, I'm going to show you how to pre-market using email and social media to ensure maximum sales during the month of January for this promotion. And what to say to your staff. You have to get your staff engaged with any promotion, and they have to know what's going on. And what I like to do is get them excited about this promotion, and I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can do that to help turn this promotion into the #1 promotion for your restaurant all year long. Also, how to drive sales with this promotion all year long, just not in the month of January. I'm going to show you how you can tweak it and generate sales every single month of the year. And once you find something that works in marketing, keep on using it. And if you have a promotion that works, you can just tweak it for different times of the year, and it works just as well in January as it does in March, June, and July, and so on. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that in your own restaurant. And at the end of this webinar, I have a special gift for you. So you're going to want to make sure that you stay on until the end because it's pretty cool. But this is hands down the best promotion of the year for restaurants. And as you see, as we go through the webinar, I'm going to show you some success stories from some other restaurants that have done this promotion year after year after year, using it to pack their restaurants in January. And the reason I like this promotion is because it is proven and tested by thousands of restaurants over the past 15 years. Now, you might have seen this promotion from the big corporate chains as well. So you know you're really onto a good promotion when the corporates start copying what the independents are doing. So I've seen this in quite a few corporate restaurants, which imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right? So, I mean, this is just an awesome promotion that works for basically any location. We do this promotion for restaurants in Canada, all over North America, in Europe. We've done them overseas. And I'll give you a couple reasons why this promotion works so well for any location in any size restaurant, small to large restaurants, 50 people to 350 people, and any style restaurant, carry out, dine in. It works for barbecue restaurants, pizza carryout, pizza dine-in, fine dining, casual Italian, Mexican, Polish, seafood steak, even coffee shops and bakeries, Irish pubs. That's why I love this promotion, because it just works and it's proven and tested. Also works, we do this for quite a few franchises as well. So if you have a franchise restaurant or several locations, that works awesome. So it's been proven and tested, and I'm giving you real results from real restaurants. Real quick, you might be going, okay, who the heck is this guy and why should I be listening to him on this webinar? So I'm going to give you what I call my mercifully brief introduction on my background and how I got involved in the business and with the no peeking promotion. So I'm known as the done for you marketing guy for restaurants. And why I'm known as the done for you guy for marketing for restaurants is because I used to be a restaurant owner myself. I'll tell you about that in a second, but I know how busy you are. I know how busy restaurant owners are, and there's such a demand on your time each and every day with staff, with suppliers, dealing with customers, running the business. So really, it's difficult for restaurant owners to get their marketing done and out and on time. And I really wanted to help other restaurant owners be successful in their businesses. So I created a done-for-you marketing company specifically for restaurants. And it's called Strategic Marketing is the umbrella company, which I'm the CEO of. Also, I'm an international speaker on restaurant marketing, and I'm lucky enough to have the opportunity to travel around, speak at a lot of the different food shows around the country and internationally on helping restaurant owners market their restaurants better. And I'm basically, we're talking about filling those empty seats. And that's what this promotion is all about, how to fill your empty seats in that really difficult month of January. Also, I'm a published contributing author of 4 different marketing books, 3 of them specifically on restaurant marketing. I really enjoy writing, and it's a lot of fun for me. And I get a lot of people that come to me and say, "Wow, reading those articles, reading the books, watching your videos." Help me market my restaurant and be more successful. So I enjoy doing that. Also, a marketing consultant and full service marketing company for restaurants across North America. But I tell you, my greatest accomplishment is that I was an independent restaurant owner and caterer for over 21 years. And you can see a picture on your screen right now, Waves, which is a Hawaiian island restaurant just north of Detroit on Lake St. Clair. Obviously, Detroit, Michigan gets pretty cold here in the wintertime. Lots of snow, lots of freezing temperatures. So I wanted to create a place where people could come and escape that even for a couple hours. So we had thatched huts inside the restaurants. I had hula dancers. We had, Hawaiian entertainment. So it was really an escape. But what I was giving them was an experience. Nobody goes to a restaurant to be bored. They want to have an experience. They want to tell their friends. They want an escape from their life. So don't be boring with your restaurant and your marketing. I'll talk about that in a second. But I also owned a very large catering company. You can see one of our catering trucks there, Tebow and More Catering. So I enjoy doing that as well. Very high profit margin for restaurant owners doing catering. So if you're not doing catering, it might be something you want to check into. But this particular promotion, the no peeking promotion, is the #1 restaurant bounce back promotion. Now, what do I mean by bounce back? A bounce back promotion is awesome because you're giving it to your existing customers. You're not going out and trying to get new customers. You're getting your existing customers to come back more often. And we know that's the best use of your marketing dollars to get people into your restaurant and make more sales, okay? So you're getting them to come back more frequently and hopefully spend more money at your restaurant. Here's a little chart that basically breaks it down, and this really is true across all businesses in all venues. It's a retention versus acquisition cost chart. So it's 6 to 7 times more expensive to gain a new customer than it is to bring back an existing customer. And in today's world, it's so difficult to get a new customer because we're competing with all this competition in the marketplace, and there's so many different forms of media. I mean, we're walking around with an instant marketing machine in our pocket each and every day, which is a cell phone now. I mean, mobile phones, that's how people are accessing the internet and getting information. And your PC and radio, TV, the billboards, we're inundated with over 5,000 marketing messages a day. There's just a lot of noise out there using multiple media channels. So it's much more profitable and much easier to get your existing customers to come back more often and spend more money. That's why it's 6 to 7 times more expensive to gain a new customer. So this is a great promotion that focuses on your existing customers to come back. One thing also I want you to note, and it's a good exercise that every restaurant owner should go through, and that's calculating the lifetime value of a customer. So you can Google this. Funny story, that's how I have 2 teenage daughters, 16 and 19 years old. And I knew being a dad, I was replaced when my oldest daughter told my youngest daughter, yeah, just Google it. So if you Google how to calculate a lifetime value of a customer, you'll get a pretty simple formula, but it's basically they're going to refer at least 5 people during the lifetime value of being a customer at your restaurant. So what you want to do is multiply that out with the referrals and how often they come in. And with the POS systems today, you really should be able to track, how many people are coming in and how much they're spending. I love all the technology when it helps us do a better job at our restaurants with our business. So calculating the lifetime value of a customer, that way you know how much you can spend on your marketing and what percentage you would use. It's like a slot machine, right? If you put $1 in a slot machine every time you got $10 out, how many times would you pull that handle? as many times as you could, right? So that's why you want to calculate what the lifetime value of a customer is, so you know exactly how much you can spend, because marketing is an investment. You're expecting a return back on your investment in your marketing dollars. And this promotion is one of the highest returns for the least investment. So I'll go over that a little bit later in the presentation as well. But this is an example of it, okay? Obviously, it's a red envelope, and we call it the red envelope no peeking promotion because there's a certificate inside. So you can see the certificate on the bottom. So they get the envelope, your customers that are already your customers dining in your restaurant in the month of December are given an envelope with a prize inside on the certificate. So what I'm going to do is go through this and break it down for you so you know all the insider secrets. So you'll see a couple screens throughout the webinar where I have Santa Claus on the left and insider secrets, and I'm going to give you from our 12 plus years of experience doing this promotion for restaurant owners what really works and what works to drive people in the month of January to your restaurant. So why does this promotion work so well? You might be sitting there thinking, okay, I get it. It's an envelope. You pass it out. It's got a prize inside. Hand it out in December. They bring it back in January and they spend money in my restaurant. But why does it work so well? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you exactly. First and foremost, it's simple. And anytime you get complicated with a promotion, people get frustrated, especially with today's society. We want things simple. We want them quick. We don't want to have to, think too much because there's all these details to it. It's such a simple promotion. Hand the envelope out in the month of December. They bring it back in January, and you fill your restaurant in the month of January, okay? So I like to keep things simple, especially in this business. And it fits in with the holiday theme, okay? That's called slipstream marketing. It's what's on your customer's mind already. It's the holidays. It's a holiday themed promotion. It's a holiday giveaway. And I'm going to show you exactly how to word it on your envelopes to make sure that it's a success. Number 3, your customers can't wait to bring them back to see what they won. It's just like the lottery. We just had one of the largest jackpots in the history of the United States. Well, I think it was last week or the week before that. It was, close to $1 billion. People can't wait when they buy that lottery ticket. They're all huddled around their TV, radio, their iPhone to see what those numbers are because they want to see what they won. It's the same concept with these envelopes. It's the curiosity factor. They get these envelopes and they pin them up on their refrigerator or put them on their desk, and they can't wait to come back to your restaurant in January to see what they've won, okay? Number 4, it's inexpensive. The reason I also really love this promotion is you hand them to the people that you already know are your best customers, the ones coming in the month of December, and there's no postage cost, okay? Because you're not mailing the envelope, your staff is handing it to them at the table. And number 5, it just simply works. Anything that's proven and tested by this many restaurants over this long is a winner. So that's why I'm such a firm believer in this promotion, because it's proven and tested by all different styles of restaurants, all over different locations, and it simply works. So I'm speaking from experience, and I'll show you a couple real results in a second. But this is something I want you to remember with your restaurant and your marketing. Don't be boring. You don't want it. No one wants to be bored when they come into your restaurant, okay? They come there for an experience. They come there, obviously, yes, for your food and your staff, but it's all part of the experience. So you don't want to be boring in your restaurant, in your business, or in your marketing. This is not a boring promotion, trust me. People get excited about this, and they tell their friends, and it's a lot of fun for you, for your staff, and for your customers. So here's some real results that we've surveyed after different restaurants that have done this particular promotion, okay? So the first one is the red envelope sales were just over 60,000 in the month of January. That's Angel Harper, the owner of Mocha Cabana. So just over $60,000. That's fantastic. Here's another one. FYI was great in January. We had a 60% redemption rate and increased sales by nearly 25,000, a 22% increase over the previous year. That's Brian from the Rusty Keg Tavern, the owner. Great place too if you ever get a chance to go there. Also, Ingrained Brewing Company, Brent, huge success for our restaurant, and our guests absolutely love it, and we see a great ROI. That's a big part of this promotion. Your guests absolutely love it because they have so much fun with it, and it's an engaging promotion. It's not like, here you go, here's a discount, here's a coupon, here's a certificate. They get a million of those. How many restaurants in your area are handing out red envelopes with a prize inside that they can bring back in the month of January? So make yourself stand out. You want to be extraordinary, not ordinary. So how does it work? Again, this is simple. I'll go over it again. I love it. Step one, you pass out the envelopes to your customers in December. Step two, your customers bring their envelopes back in the month of January to see what they've won. And when they bring their envelopes back, they're usually coming back with one or two people, and they're having lunch, having dinner, having breakfast, whatever type of restaurant that you have, carry out. So they're spending money because they want to see what they've won inside the envelope. Step three, your register is packed with cash from the hungry customers bringing back their red envelopes. And really, isn't that the best step? Step three is always my favorite, and it is with our clients as well in the restaurants that do the no peeking promotion. But here we go. I'm going to get into the nitty gritty of it and tell you exactly what's important and how to make this promotion a success for your restaurant. It's really all about these two simple details to make it a success. The headline. Now, what I mean by that is you can see on the red envelope on the outside, you have the business name, which would be your restaurant's name. And you can see right below that where the arrow is pointing, it says $10,000 holiday giveaway. The bigger that number is, the more marketing punch you're going to have and the more of a success this promotion will be. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, well, where did he get the $10,000 holiday giveaway? That's pretty much, typical and the default that we use. But what you want to do is add up the value of all the prizes that you are giving away during this promotion, and that will give you what your dollar amount is. Now, we have clients that give away $10,000. We have clients that give away $37,000. We even have clients that give away over $100,000 with multiple restaurants. So the bigger that number is, the bigger the marketing punch and the more exposure you're going to get. So I'm going to talk about prizes in a second. But on the outside of the envelope, one of the key factors is to have one big prize. And I'll give you some specific examples right after this, so you know what I'm talking about. But placement of the big prize on the envelope. You see how this is in the middle? You want to keep it in the middle of the envelope because that's where everybody's eyes are going. And you want something that's really going to stand out and make them go, wow, that's awesome. I want to win that. So let's go over some examples. An easier one, and really they're pretty inexpensive now, is a big screen TV. Always gets people's attention, and a default that I like is a 50-inch big screen TV, okay? And I'll give you a hint in a minute how to get more marketing leverage out of that as well. Trips. Trips are really good. And you can find trip brokers and you can get them fairly inexpensively. I do this promotion with a restaurant that owns 12 different Italian restaurants, fine dining, and they do this every year. They give a trip away to Italy. Obviously they have a few more restaurants to work with, but it's a really nice trip, and people look forward to this every year. So, just a couple examples for your trip to Italy. You don't have to go that extravagant, especially in January. If you live in a cold state, get a trip to Florida, Vegas, Arizona, anywhere that you think your customers would like to go. So trip is a good one, and there's a high perceived value there. Gift cards to your restaurant, really simple, right? Doesn't take a lot, to figure that out. You can do a certificate for a grand prize for $500, $250, or $100. People are very appreciative. And, the great thing is about a gift card, they're going to bring it back in, and they're going to probably bring a couple people with them. So it's like the gift that keeps on giving. So a gift card to your restaurant is a pretty simple, easy one that works really well. This one, my staff was just talking about. We got quite a few restaurants that are taking advantage of this big prize for their no peeking promotion, and I'll explain it to you. Pick out one of your popular menu items And the way you word this is, say it was pizza. You're a pizzeria, and you're going to give away pizza free for 1 year. So basically, what you do is give them a certificate, one for each month of the year, where they get a free pizza. Okay, and people love this. In fact, we were just talking today. We had one restaurant, or believe it or not, that's given away free food for 4 years for his restaurant. So he's giving out, certificates for the next 4 years. That's a very big prize, and had like a over $2,200 value. And you don't have to go that big to get, recognized and get the marketing punch. So, a year is perfect. 12 monthly certificates for that free item. It's easy. An iPad or a laptop. People love the latest technology. Even iPhones now, right? They came out with the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X. Giving one of those away, or like I said, a laptop or an iPad. Those type of technological, digital, gifts work out really well, and people enjoy winning them. Here's another one of my personal favorites: a catered party for the winner at their house or inside your restaurant if you do catering. Or if you have an area in your restaurant where you can have a party of 20. Who doesn't want to invite, 19 or 30, whatever your number is, of their closest friends in for a party, and they want it, and you're picking up the tab doing the catering for that particular party. Now, a little hint: if you do this inside your restaurant, you don't have to include, if you have alcohol sales, you don't have to include those. You could just do the food. So that's another income stream for you as well by giving away that present. But that's something that people really talk about, is a catered party. A unique experience, any unique experience that you have that relates to your restaurant. I'll give you another story. We were just talking earlier. I have a client in Wells, Maine, because of the Boston Red Sox winning the World Series this week. So he has a experience. It's a lobster experience on his menu. So what he does is he takes people down to the docks. They actually pick out their lobsters in the morning, and then they come back to his restaurant at night, and he does a complete a lobster bake that he prepares for them, and they get champagne, and they get the bids, and they take pictures, and it's for 8 people. It's really a cool experience. The best part of it is, well, I think best part of it is actually eating the lobster because it's so fresh. But going down to the docks with the owner of the restaurant and that whole experience, and he shows them that's where they come in, this is how they harvest them. It's more of an experience than just, winning a prize. So I really enjoy a unique experience. It'd be something that's customized to your restaurant. If you live by a sporting or concert or any type of event venue, those tickets work out really well. Think about it, boy. If you're a Boston Red Sox fan, you could really leverage that right now for those tickets, right? So using tickets to any type of event that's coming up is also a great example of a big prize. Just remember, something that fits in with your restaurant that you're comfortable with, and these prizes are all customized to your restaurant. So you can pick and choose whichever one you want. So you really don't have to go with something that's standard. I'm just trying to give you examples of prizes that worked for other restaurant owners, and these work out really well. So I'm going to give you an insider secret right now to leverage your big prize. And when I say leverage, that means make more sales, make more money for your restaurant. So I call these insider secrets writer downers. So these are the little tips and tricks that we've learned doing this promotion over the past 12 plus years for restaurant owners that really work well. Have a big winter party for 50 people. Now, let me explain what I mean by this. Let's just say, for example, you're giving away a trip. Okay, so you don't want to leverage it and make even more sales, get more recognition out of that big prize. What we do is you're not going to give a certificate in the envelope for the trip. You're going to give 50 certificates that you're qualified to come for a big winter party at the restaurant on January 31st or February 1st or whatever date you pick. Okay, so it's like you have 50 people that want a ticket to this party at your restaurant, whatever the number is. It could be 10, it could be, 25, it could be 50. But you invite them into your restaurant, maybe you give them some free appetizers or, a free buffet. And what you're going to do then is draw the big prize from everybody that's in attendance. So that way you get them into your restaurant, you get more exposure, and you make a big event out of it instead of just give them a certificate, hey, you won the prize. So this way you get more marketing leverage out of it. And again, if you serve alcohol, it's an opportunity to increase your sales with some alcohol sales as well for this party. But the other thing is, this is so promotable, right? You can put a display or you can, use it in your social media. Obviously, I would, post that everywhere. Be a part of our big winter party, and let people know. That'll help get them into your restaurant in December, and then remind them to come back in January. And we'll go over that in just a second. But that's an awesome insider tip. Also display your prize like we talked about. So if you have a 50-inch screen TV, I have a lot of restaurants that just put it up in their lobby. And if you're, kind of a techie or you have somebody on your staff, you can do a display screen, and most of those you just put one of the jump drives in, and you could have a display or just even do it by poster board. Hey, win this big screen TV. Get your no peeking envelope today. So if people see it, I have people that give away barbecue grills, especially if you're a barbecue restaurant. Display it in your lobby with a little sign that says, win this. Ask your server how. Okay, so get people excited about it. Again, don't be boring in your restaurant. And never ever miss a photo op. You want to take pictures of people opening up their envelopes and winning something because they're happy, they're excited, and you want to show the world that everybody has a great time when they come into our restaurant. And believe me, when they're winning something with this promotion, they're having a great time. It's good marketing, good exposure for your restaurant. Now let's go over some of the smaller prizes. So you only need one big prize. How many smaller prizes do you need? We suggest 4 to 6. 4 to 6 smaller prizes and one big prize. So what can you use for a small prize? I'll give you some of the ones that work really, really well for the restaurants we've done this promotion for. A percentage off. Okay, so you can give them like 10, 25, 50%. You pick what works best for you. But a percentage off, and we typically see 10 and 20% are the most common. So that's a very simple, small prize that you can use, to fill those envelopes with. Also, free dessert, another easy one, and you can put a dollar value on it as well. So, free dessert value up to $7.99 or whatever you're comfortable with. But a free dessert is a great, easy, smaller prize to give away. Free appetizers, same thing, or a free beverage, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I want you to remember that. And if you have a loyalty program, give them double points. Double points is an easy one. It doesn't cost you anything. You're just giving them double points on their loyalty card, okay? So I love using that one, and your customers love it as well. And you can do a free entree. We do a lot of smaller prizes with free entrees. Again, value up to whatever you determine that works well for your restaurant. Or a BOGO, buy one, get one offer, okay? Because people that come in with these envelopes, they're coming in with somebody else, and that's why I love this promotion, because they're always bringing friends or family members with them. So doing a BOGO is another example of a smaller prize. Another insider secret, and this is so important. Remember I said pay attention to the free beverage? You don't want anybody to feel bad. I mean, when you play the lottery and you win $2 and the prize was $1 billion, you're kind of like, I mean, you spend $2 on the ticket, you win $2 back. I mean, you kind of feel like, oh, that didn't work out so well for me. So what we suggest is, and this is a big insider secret, put the lowest prize on the outside of the envelope, but don't include any of those certificates. So free beverage is a simple one, right? So what we suggest is you list free beverage on the outside of the envelope, but don't put any of those certificates inside. That way no one walks away feeling bad, because we want them feeling good about this promotion and your restaurant. So how many total envelopes do you order and how many for each prize? That's really up to you. I tell you, the average restaurant orders between 1,000 and 5,000 envelopes. And then, like I said, there's one big prize, and you can break it up. Best way to do this is an Excel spreadsheet, and break up the other prizes, and that way you can determine what the value is for the overall giveaway. It's an easy, especially with the POS systems, figure out how many tables that you turn in the month of December, and that'll give you a good idea of how many envelopes, because what we suggest is giving one to each table. And hey, we know you're busy in the month of December and you do a lot of parties, so if they're different families and different people, you might want to give one envelope to each for those holiday parties in your restaurant to get those people back in January. So again, one big prize, and then you can split the other prizes up, whatever you feel comfortable with. This particular envelope has a $100 gift card. Like, I would only give 5 or 10 of those away. And the majority of the envelopes, you're gonna have free appetizers, free dessert, and the double points, and then leave off the bottom one. So again, it's all customizable, but that's how you kind of calculate it out. Now, what to put on the certificates when they open it up inside? This is kind of tricky. So you want to pay attention to this. People want to know what's inside that envelope. I mean, we've had people try to steam them, and we do a really good job of sealing them. But the design of the envelope is important, especially with cell phones today, because they have those little flashlights, on every cell phone now, and all they do is hold the flashlight up to the back of this envelope to see what they've won. So we've been doing this for so many years. We know how to shade the prize, and we put it inside a red gift box, like you can see, that matches the red in the envelope. So it's very, very difficult to see what the prize is inside. And the placement of the certificate's important. So that kind of gives you an idea, of the design of the envelope. But what do you actually, I'm sorry, the certificate, but what actually do you put on the certificate? Well, you're going to want to put the prize, right? And you can put the value of the prize as well. And you don't want to forget, with any promotion, you want to have those restrictions on there. We recommend minimum one per table and not valid with any other offers, because you don't want people coming in with multiple envelopes or multiple discounts or certificates or coupons or whatever promotions you're doing. That's why we put one per table, not valid with any other offers. And you can customize this and add whatever restrictions that you want. Important thing with the certificate is the expiry date. Okay, so if you want it used in the month of January after they open the envelope, then you're going to want to put that on the certificate as well. Now, an expiry date is very important. It's a sense of urgency, which is going to drive people back into your restaurant during the time frame you want. And then you can choose if you want them to redeem it on the visit that they're there with the envelope, or they bring it back on their next visit. And I get this question all the time from restaurant owners. Does it have to be valid all week long? No, it doesn't. Again, it's customized for your restaurant, so you can control the days. Say you're busy during Friday and Saturday and you don't want any certificates or these envelopes coming in. You can control when you want them coming into your restaurant. So if you only want them Sunday through Thursday, Monday through Thursday, that's up to you. Pick the days of the week that you want to focus on. That's why I like marketing. I call marketing like a faucet. You can turn it off during those busy times and turn it on during your slow times. And you want to have your contact information as well. Another insider secret, this is called pre-marketing and reminder campaign. Very important, right? You want to get the word out about this promotion in the month of December when it starts, and you want to remind them to come back in the month of January, okay? Because people have a lot of things going on and you want to stay top of mind. So how do you do that? You send them emails letting them know in the month of December that you're doing this promotion to come in and get their red envelopes, and then send them emails in the month of January, remind them to come back. Use social media, Facebook, take pictures of the envelopes, works out really, really well. Do several postings, and again, in January, post bringing it back, because you want to remind people to bring those back to your restaurant, so they can redeem them, and you're going to pack your restaurant in January. Put it on your website. If you do a print newsletter or an electronic newsletter, definitely list it in there. Those work very, very well. Do a video some of your guests opening the envelopes. Get some excitement going. Do videos of your staff passing them out. Have one of your staff talk about the no peeking promotion inside your restaurant, asking people to come in and they can pick up their envelopes. Text, if you have a text campaign. You can put table tents in the month of November, getting people excited about it, letting them know you're going to be doing this promotion. Okay, I call that four walls guerrilla style marketing. But you need to have a multi-channel marketing media blitz for this campaign. I mean, it's a challenge, right? But you want to use all different types of media. That's why we recommend print, media, social media, email. We want to make sure that we're getting the word out. And in today's world, if you want to be successful with a marketing message for your restaurant, you really need multi-channel marketing. So I'll give you an example. You might be asking yourself, well, how do I do an email, social media posting? What about the table tents? So this is what we do for our clients. We do a customized email, and then this converts into a social media posting, and then we change it up in the month of January, or this is from the month of January, sorry, in the month of December, to remind them to come in and get their red envelopes. So you can see this would be an email that we would send out. It would have the restaurant name in. And then in the middle, we have the big prize. And again, this is January, so you're letting them know it's time to peak. So that's an example of what you want to do to make sure this is a successful promotion, bringing them back in January. Also, I love this one. Show off your winners, right? The people that won, let everybody else know. And how do you do that? Have a winner board. Take a quick picture. It's so easy now with the cell phones. You can take a picture and print it off on your printer and then hang it up. Do a no peeking winner board in the front of your restaurant. So when people come in, they see that and they get excited about it. Hey, what's that all about? Like I said, take a video, post it on YouTube, okay? People love videos, especially watching it on their mobile devices. And what happens is if you get some of your guests that you take videos of, they're going to share that video with all their friends. That's how you get something to go viral. Facebook, definitely make a lot of social media posts. This is a very postable promotion. Instagram and Snapchat it. I love Facebook, whatever your customers are using. Basically, let everyone know. You want to get the word out. You want to use multi-channel media. Just let everybody know that you possibly can, that you have this promotion going on. Now here's something that's really important that we haven't talked about yet. Getting your staff engaged, okay? This is key because with any promotion, if you don't get your staff engaged, they're the ones passing out and explaining the envelopes. You really need to have them behind you and have them buy into this promotion. I suggest having a meeting, letting them know so everybody in your entire restaurant knows what's going on. And I used to do this in my own restaurants, have a contest. Make it fun. Have a contest, whoever has the big prize winner, opens up the certificate, gets, a gift card or tickets to the movies. Whoever passes out the most envelopes, you could write their name on them. You can code them. There's all different kinds of things you can do. Give them a little incentive as well. But make sure you go over the rules so everybody knows, what's going on with the promotion and there's no confusion. And get your staff excited. Get them on board. And I found if you get their input on the prizes, they have a tendency to buy in to this promotion or any promotion. So I always like to get the feedback, from your staff and show them how it'll help them. And the biggest thing is, hey guys, we're really busy in December. We want to be that busy in January so you can make just as many tips as you did in January as you did in December. And this promotion is going to help us do it. So, insider secret, how to get new customers with this promotion. Now, this is really cool. Remember I said how hard it is to get new customers and expensive? Well, this gets you new customers and it's really inexpensive. What you do is you take your envelopes and then pass them out to other local businesses. Now, I used to do this when I had my restaurant and it worked fantastic, and it works for a lot of other restaurant owners. So what do I mean? Any high traffic business that you can give these envelopes to and ask them to pass them out on your behalf, and they don't say no because it's like a free gift that they're giving their customers. So they're doing your promotion for you, driving more traffic into your restaurant. Pass them out at gas stations. Gyms worked really well for me. Flower shops, especially that time of year. Bakeries, retail stores, any high traffic business in your area in the month of December for the holidays, this works super, super well. So this is going to actually drive new customers in for you as well. Another insider secret, how to make sales with this all year long. So I have customers restaurants that give them another bounce back. So they come in, they open their envelope, they redeem their certificate, whatever it's for, and they'll actually give them another bounce back for the month of February or a shorter expiry date that expires within 2 weeks, to develop that habit and get them back in your restaurant quicker. And that's what you want, to develop that habit with your customers. So additional bounce backs are good. You can use this certificate as a lead capture to help build your list. What I mean by that is, have a spot where they can write their name, their email address, their texting number, whatever you're trying to capture. So you can actually use this to help create a database for your restaurant. And different themes throughout the year. We do this promotion for Valentine's Day, St. Patty's Day, Easter, Christmas. Like I said, when you find something that works, just spin it for that particular time of year. So what we do is we do pink envelopes on Valentine's Day. We do green envelopes for St. Patty's Day. Easter, we'll do gold. Christmas in July, we go back to the red envelopes. Again, once you find a promotion that works, you're going to want to keep doing it over and over and over again, because your customers love it and they think it's something new because you put a different spin on it. A few more success stories and examples from other restaurant owners. Skier's Mediterranean Grill, my good buddy Eddie Smeen. Our guests love it, and the waitstaff enjoyed the buzz and excitement. Best of all, our sales were up for January. Again, this is not a boring promotion. Very exciting, and that's what you want. It creates some excitement, especially in the month of January inside your restaurant. Oktoberfest, Ernest Adams. I can say that the red envelope promotion was a huge part of us staying in the black for the month, and that's what we want. We want to make sure that your restaurant's profitable in the month of January. And the red envelope promotion brought in an extra $9,000 in revenue in January. People said it was a great idea, and I hope we do it again next year. That's Serena from the Break Wall Food and Spirits, awesome restaurant. And that's what you're looking for, a promotion where people are asking you, hey, are you doing that again? So we get that quite a bit from our restaurant clients that do the no peeking red envelope promotion. So I know I've went over a lot of information during this webinar, and it sounds like a lot of work, right? Which it is. I mean, I own restaurants. I know you guys are busy, especially in the month of December. You do not have time to figure this all out, and print and stuff and seal all the envelopes. So the reason I started this company in the first place was to give restaurant owners a done-for-you solution. So I'll tell you real quick how you can get all this done for you, because I have, just like this picture, Will Ferrell in the movie Elf. Yeah, I've got like 50 elves just hanging around a table, stuffing envelopes and sealing them. But that's not the case. We use heavy equipment and machinery for the volume that we do to get them done. But you don't want to invite 30 of your closest friends in, or your staff to, believe me, lick and seal 1,000 different envelopes. So the done for you no peeking marketing system. What we're going to do is we'll help you pick your prizes and the quantities that work best for your restaurant from the experience that we have working with thousands of restaurants with this promotion over the past 12 plus years. And we'll design everything for you. We'll custom design your prizes, and the envelopes and the outside. And we know the designs that work. We've been doing this again for 12 plus years, so it's been proven and tested. Then we're going to do all that hard work. We'll print stuff and seal the envelopes for you, which is the part that, believe me, you don't want to do. And we'll ship them to you, so you just in time for you to pass out in the month of December, so you get everybody back in January. And you want to have those December 1st ready to go. You actually want to have them in a little bit earlier before that, so you can go over it with your staff and show them exactly what the promotion's about. And we'll also give you instructions for your staff and support. So that's all completely done for you. Now, because you were on this webinar today, I told you I had some free presents for you to get this promotion done completely for you. Because you're on the webinar, there's no consulting fees. So we're going to walk you through the promotion. We'll help you pick the prizes. That's all included. No setup and print plate charge. That's all included. If you go to a printer with this promotion, they will charge you to change the certificate, because that's another print plate charge, okay? So we include it all in one simple price. Also, if you order before November 1st, I'll even pick up your shipping. So I will pay for your shipping to your restaurant. So there's no extra cost for you there. And that's free shipping within the continental United States. If you're outside the United States, we have another special bonus for you. You can call the office and we'll tell you exactly what that is. But I know you're probably wondering, okay, well, how much do these envelopes cost? To me, it's the least investment for the biggest return. They're as low as 38 cents per envelope, okay? But I also have a very special bonus for you, and I haven't done this for anybody else. But because you're on this webinar today and you decided to take action and want to know how to pack your restaurant, I've actually included an extra free bonus for a $97 value, which expires at midnight tonight. And that's we call it the Supercharger email program. So you saw that email that we create for our clients that we send out one in the month of December to tell people to come on in and get their no peeking envelope. And then we send out 2 emails in the month of January, driving them back into your restaurant. We will do all that for you, all the artwork. We'll even send the email out for you, and we'll do that for free if you order by midnight tonight. You can also take that and the email artwork that we do and print those for table tents and use them for social media posting as well in your restaurant. So how do you get all the pricing information? And believe it or not, the complete promotion and the price suggestions are all on a special web page that we set up just for you because you were on the webinar today, and that's www.nopeakingpromotion.com. And I'll bring that back up in a second, but please, you don't want to have your staff and your friends stuffing envelopes in the month of December. You're way too busy for that. So make sure, and again, dig the well before you're thirsty, okay? Don't wait till the second week in January and say, hey, I got to do something to fill my restaurant. Leverage the month of December when your restaurant's full to pack it in the month of January. Again, here's the special web page, nopeakingpromotion.com, and we have our phone number at the bottom for the office. If you have any questions at all, you can feel free to call our office. We'll be more than happy to help you out, answer any questions. But right now, I'd like to bring Patricia back, and she's going to tell you a little bit about some of the upcoming food shows. Patricia?
Hi, Michael. Thank you so much. That was really valuable information to know and to help drive sales for operators in the month of January. I wanted to, yes, this is our slide that will show all of our upcoming shows and also the www.foodandbevshows.com that I mentioned, where the webinar and other webinars will be housed as well if you'd like to, come back and review any of the information you learned today. But for right now, I want to move on to the question and section. We do have a couple of questions that have come through. And our first question, they're wondering, do you ever have other local companies provide the prizes for promotional purposes, like a Best Buy gives a TV or Home Depot a barbecue?
Yeah, actually, that's a great. Real quick before I start answering that question, should I move back to the other slide, Patricia? Or
yes, sorry, if you could move back to
no,
the
that's
other
all right.
slide to show. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That way, if we don't get through all the questions, they can just call the office. That is an awesome idea, and I highly recommend it. And what I did, and what a lot of our clients do, especially barbecue grills, are great. So what you do is you go in and you talk to another local business and ask them, hey, I'm doing this big promotion. I put through a lot of customers in my restaurant in the month of December, and I was wondering if you donate a really nice gas grill. And what I'll do is promote your business at my restaurant. That'll be our grand prize. And on all my marketing, I'll put donated by, ABC Barbecue Shop or Best Buy. Or I like independent businesses, and they seem to be a little bit easier to work with because you can deal with the owner directly. But that is such a great idea. Because you're looking for other businesses that don't compete with you that you can joint venture with, and then you can even share lists back and forth and do some cross marketing. So that is a very, very good question and an awesome idea.
Great. Thank you, Michael. The next question that came in, I know you touched upon this briefly, but what social media channel works best? Is it Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat?
You know what? They all work really well, but I always go back, to, and it's all really about your customer and your customer base, how old they are, and what type of social media that they interact with. This particular promotion, the reason I love it too, it's visual and it works so well across all social medias. It works across Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. If you're asking me for, I'm one of those people, if I ask a question, I want a definitive answer. So I'll give you, with our experience with our clients, Facebook seems to work the best to promote this particular promotion to a restaurant customer base. So we do a lot of Facebook advertising with this, and it's so inexpensive to boost, a post with social media on Facebook. And this one just, it drives just a massive amount of traffic into your restaurant to get those envelopes. But the fact that you can take pictures, of the envelope and shoot a video, and it's simple and people get it. So any social media really works. It depends, what you're comfortable using and what your customers respond to. But from our experience, Facebook, seems to be one of the best social media channels.
Thank you. The next question, and this is, I think, a great question. What if someone lost the envelope and can't find it? Do you give them something?
Yeah, I always get this question, so it is a very good question. We always send an extra 10 to 20 envelopes in the box, and we tell you in the instructions to hold back, at least 10 to 20 envelopes because we gave you extra just in case somebody comes in and you never know, maybe there was an error at the stuffing company, they didn't have a certificate, or they lost their envelope, or, it's really your call how you want to handle it. But we always provide extra envelopes in our orders. And I suggest if you have us do it or if you're doing it yourself, make sure you have extra ones on hand in the month of January, just in case somebody lost one, or, you run into, oh, there wasn't a certificate in, this particular envelope, you give them another one.
Thank you, Michael. And the next question, which I believe would be the last question, is what are your recommendations for an expiration date?
I definitely, I would never go later than 45 days with this promotion. So I have clients that do it from January 1st till, Valentine's Day or just before Valentine's Day. Personally, I'd say over 90% of our restaurants that do this particular promotion, the expiry date, they come in January 1st and it expires January 31st. And that's the one that I like because this promotion is set up specifically to promote your restaurant in the month of January and drive business in the month of January. You don't want to go longer than that because if you go longer than Valentine's Day out, people have a tendency to forget. So I like a 30-day expiry date. January 31st is a natural, and it works super well. And we've tested this across many different restaurants, many different styles, and I recommend 30 days to January 31st expiry date.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I also wanted to point out that if you'd like to hear more from Michael, be sure to attend the New York Restaurant Show in March because he will be presenting for us on Sunday, March 3rd at 10:30, and you don't want to miss his session. He has some additional great information he'll be sharing, and that should be posted within the following month, so you'll see the information there. And like Michael had said before, his www.nopeakingpromotion.com. You can get information there, and I believe your number is posted underneath. So, great. Michael, if you have any other comments to add?
No, I just thank you so much, Patricia. I really appreciate it, and this has been a lot of fun. And again, if you have any questions at all about the promotion or prizes or how many, envelopes to order, feel free. You can call our office at the number below, 1-248-716-3110. I have staff on hand that are experts in this promotion that have done it, for several years with thousands of restaurants, and we love helping restaurant owners pack their restaurants in the month of January. So appreciate it, and thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you again, and thanks for all the information and sharing your expertise. I hope everyone has a great rest of their Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.